Let me make you understand why this is such a severe thing. Let me try and make you realize where this road leads to. If you carry on sleeping around with girls, if you carry on watching pornography, if you carry on smoking cigarettes, drugs, drinking alcohol, listening to music, disobeying your parents, missing prayers, doing all sorts of madness, whatever the madness it is that you do, lying, stealing, cheating, fighting, where does this lead, my brothers? Where does this lead? I'm not even trying to chat to you about hellfire. You know that. Where does it lead on this life? Where does it lead in terms of your heart and your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? That's what I'm going to try and reason with you guys today. I want to start off by telling you all a story. That illustrates what happens with sins. But before I tell you the story, I want to mention to you an ayah where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about a particular sin. Allah talks about zina. Zina is what? When a man and a woman who are not married, they sleep with each other. When a man and a woman, they're not married, and they sleep with each other, they engage in sexual intercourse in a way that is a criminal activity as far as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is concerned. Allah says, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا. Allah said, don't go near to the zina. Don't go near to this act. Allah didn't say don't do it. Allah didn't say don't do it, because Allah knows that you don't just one day look at a girl and start sleeping with her. There's a process. First you look at her, you speak to her, take her out, spend some private time with her, chat to her, touch her, and the next thing you know, you're in bed with her. So Allah didn't say don't do zina, Allah said don't go near to it. Zina, it has a road. Don't even go anywhere near that road. Don't look at women. Why are you looking at women for? Don't speak to women. Why are you hugging women for? Don't go near to it. Why? إِنَّهُ كَانَ فَاحِشًا. Allah said, verily it is a filthy, evil, disgusting act. وَسَاءَ سَبِيلًا. And it leads to what? An evil path. So the act itself is filthy. The act itself is disgusting. The act itself is treacherous. The act itself is criminal. But forget that. If it was bad enough to do that, a crime that's so evil, brothers, Allah said, lash this person 100 times. If you're not married, lash this person. And in the ayah, Allah said, don't have no mercy for this person. Because you're lashing a person, you might think, miskin guy is crying. He's thinking, I repent. Allah, sorry, it was an accident. Allah saying, don't have no mercy. Lash him 100 times. And not only that, make sure people see it. Let it be witnessed. Let it be witnessed by the people with this man being lashed. So people know this was going to happen to you next time you go out there and do this sin. Not just that, then Allah said, send him away for a year in exile. Him and her. They have to be exiled now. He has to be exiled. Live in some different land out far. Then after a year you can come back. So what? There's the psychological punishment. What? Of being abandoned alone. The physical punishment of being what? Beaten. Lashed 100 times. And the sociological, societal punishment of having people witness you. Everyone, people in the town know you done this act and you got beaten and lashed. Brothers, this is how bad it is. And if you're married and you do it, then you get stoned to death. Stoned to death. And of course it happens in a Muslim country. I'm not telling anyone to go find a guy who's a fornicator and start lashing him and stoning him. That's obviously not the intent of what I'm trying to say. But this is the punishment Allah decreed, so that the sin can be wiped away. So this is bad. In the grave, the Prophet ﷺ told us he saw people that were naked being burnt alive. The Prophet saw people in the grave naked being burnt alive in an oven. Imagine placed in a big massive oven and there's a bunch of naked people grouped together, stripped naked, and the fire starts to rise from above your feet and burn you, bro. That's what it's like in the grave. What about Day of Judgment? What about in the hellfire? That's something else. So I'm saying this act is that bad. But if it wasn't bad enough, Allah said, وَسَاءَ سَبِيلًا. It's going to take you down an evil path. What? Worse than this? Worse? So once it's not going to stay there. Allah's trying to tell you, you're going to do more, and you're going to do more, and you're going to do more. Until what? Brother, you're drowning in sins. You're drenched in sins. You won't be able to rise above it. You won't be able to get out of it. And you'll destroy yourself in that. And that's when the angel of death will come to you in that state. As the Salaf would say, the people are drunk. They will not wake up until the angel of death comes and grabs their soul. Brothers, they're drunk. Sisters, they're drunk in their sins. Drunk. So this is, some of the Salaf, they said, if it was enough of a punishment, if this was the only punishment for sins, it would be enough. that one sin will lead to another sin. One sin inherits another sin. You do one, then it will bring another, and it will bring another. So I want to tell you a story that illustrates this. There was a man at the time of Banu Israel called Barsisa. Barsisa was a righteous man. You know how you come to the masjid and you always see that one guy's in the masjid, Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. He's always the first one in, last one out. Worshipper. And at home he's praying the night prayer, just going in, crying, reading the Quran, doing dhikr, giving charity wherever he can give charity, helping, always. You know that trustworthy guy? We all know someone like that, right? In the communities, right? That was Barsisa. He was an abid. He was a worshipper. He used to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala day in, day out, night, day. He was a man that everyone looked at him and he said, this man is righteous. So he was from the children of Israel. At his time, there were 3 brothers who had one sister. These 3 brothers wanted to do jihad fi sabilillah. They wanted to go and fight in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They wanted to do that. So when they wanted to do that, they said, but we can't go, because if we go, who's going to take care of our young sister? Who's going to take care of her? So they said, you know what? Let's go to Barsisa. Trustworthy, reliable, righteous man. We can trust him to take care of our sister. They said, yeah, that's a good idea. So now they went to Barsisa. Knock, knock, knock. Barsisa comes out. Barsisa, we're trying to go do jihad for the sake of Allah. Listen, we've got a sister, can you take care of her? What was his response? Some of us would be like, yeah, no problem, don't worry about it. He said, no. No. You crazy. She's a woman, I'm a man. You want me to take care of yours? A'udhu billahi min shaitan rajim. I've got nothing to do with this. Send them back. I can't do that. He understood that, you know what? One thing leads to another. Even though it wouldn't be haram. Would it be haram for him to take care of the sister? If he did it in an appropriate environment? Because they weren't even trying to say, like, let her live in your yard. Like, they'll put her in a yard separate, a house separate. So just feed her, just watch over her, just so we know she's okay. Would that have been haram for him to do? No. Because he's not going into contact with her, not speaking, nothing like that. But he understood. Allah said, وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطُوَاتِ الشَّيْطَانِ. Allah didn't say don't follow shaitan. Allah said don't follow his footsteps. Shaitan doesn't grab you by the hand and say, hey, yo, listen, become a drug dealer today. Shaitan doesn't grab you by the hand and say, listen, fornicate today. Shaitan doesn't grab you by the hand and say, become a compulsive liar today. No, shaitan, what does he do? He makes you walk down a certain path. And then when you're walking and following his footsteps, suddenly next thing you know, you're in that situation, surrounded. So he said, nah, I'm not having this. Go find someone else. I don't want no involvement. Okay, the brothers went back sad, heartbroken, stressed. They want to do this great deed. They want to go in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But who's going to take care of their sister? So they go back thinking we don't have any hope. But what happens? Iblis, Shaitan, he comes to Barsisa. He whispers to him. Obviously, Barsisa thinks this is his own thoughts. Right? It's his own thoughts. But that Shaitan, he's just whispering inside of his chest. He said, Barsisa, what are you doing? Look at the way he played with him. He said, what are you doing? He said, these brothers are trying to do a righteous act. They want to go to do jihad for the sake of Allah. And you're stopping them when all you have to do is watch their little sister. And you don't even have to come in contact with her. You can place her in a house across the road, never speak to her, never see her. All you have to do is put food outside the house. Let her know, listen, eat. That's it. Keep it moving. Make sure she's safe until they come back. But you're out here trying to stop these men from doing a righteous deed? So now Barsisa's thinking, yeah, for real, like, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. So he calls the brothers back. He said, listen, I got an idea. I'm going to place her in that house over there. I'm not going to see her. I'm never going to speak to her. What I'm going to do is every day, I'm going to go and just put food outside the door. Brothers, pay attention. Does this sound bad? He said, every day I'm just going to go put food outside the door. Knock on the door, so she knows I left the food out there. In fact, I don't even think he said knock on the door. He said, I'm just going to put food outside the door. Then I'm going to go. She's going to just what? When I'm not there, she's going to just see the food and she's just going to put it in. Brothers are like, yeah, that's perfect. That's all we want. We don't want to sit and like, have a conversation with our sister, astaghfirullah. No, of course not. We just want to make sure she's safe and in good hands. We said, no problem. Leave her with me. So then they went. And a long time passed, and Barsisa's doing what? He just feeding this sister of theirs. Just go in there every day, take some food, leaves it there, goes back. Leaves some food, goes back. Leaves some food, goes back. And this goes on for a long time. Long time. Long time. But one day Shaitan comes back. Because remember, like I said, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there, brothers. Shaitan, he comes back now. And he says, listen. He said, this girl, man, she, you're putting her at risk. Every day, you leave the food outside the house, she has to come outside, pick up the food. Why don't you leave the food inside the house? When she comes out, anything can happen to her. Someone could rob her, rape her, mug her. She's not got her brothers here. Just go take the food and put it inside the house. Tell her to stay in the room inside, so you still don't ever see her. Just open up the door, leave the food in the house, and then leave. And then she'll come out of the other room, pick up the food. Sounds alright, right? Shaitan's reasoning with him. He's reasoning with him. So he says, no problem, I'm going to do that. So he says to her, listen, stay in the other room. Calls her from outside, stay in the other room. Goes, puts the food inside, comes back out. And this happens every day. Puts the food inside. He leaves, then she comes out and she grabs the food. Puts the food inside, she's in the other room. When he leaves, comes back out. She comes and she grabs the food. This goes on for a long period of time. This goes on for a long period of time. Shaitan comes back to him. Shaitan doesn't leave you, brothers. Once, when you walk his footsteps, Shaitan will not leave you until he takes you to the hellfire. Brothers, pay attention. Shaitan will not leave you until he grabs you by your face and he drags you with him into the hellfire. Shaitan comes back to him and he says, listen, her brothers have been gone for a very long time. They could even be dead. They may never come back. She has no family, no friends, no one. She's been living in complete solitary confinement. Have a conversation with her. Ask her if she's okay. Speak to her. How are you doing? She might need something. All this time you're just giving her food. She might need something. You've not even asked her if she needs something. Is she okay? So Barsisa says, okay, you know what, here's how I'm going to do it. When I go in and I put food in the house and she's in the other room, I'm going to speak to her through the room. I'm not going to go to her. I'm still not going to see her face to face. But he's doing a lot better than some of us would. Some of us, I would be like right now, it would have been a different situation. But at least he's trying to, he's pacing himself. He says, listen, you go inside the other room. When she's inside the other room, he goes to the wall, he speaks to her through the wall. Are you okay? She responds, yes, I'm fine. Do you need anything? No. Whatever the hell their conversation was. So now look, Shaitan got him from what? Outside the house to inside the house. Now he's speaking to her. But Shaitan won't leave you alone. Shaitan came back again until he made him go inside the room. Shaitan came back again until he made him touch her. Shaitan came back again until he made him sleep with her. They engaged in zina. They fornicated. They slept together. Pause. I want you to picture your most local, most righteous guy in the masjid. Barsisa was better than him. Can you imagine that brother that you think, this righteous brother, right now in between another girl's legs on her bed, in a room, private? Can you imagine that? But that's what Shaitan made this man do. He made him slip a slip that was mighty. But look, Shaitan paced himself. He paced himself. But the story doesn't stop there. After he slept with the girl finds out she's what? She's pregnant. She's pregnant. 9 months go by, she gives birth. Barsisa's losing it. He's thinking, what? Because what's the punishment for sleeping, huh? What's the punishment for fornicating? Are you going to get it, right? If the people find out that he slept with this woman and he has now had a child with her, he is finished. So he's thinking, this child is one day going to grow up. I cannot hide this child forever. So Shaitan came to him again. Shaitan said, listen, you know what you have to do, right? Kill the baby. Kill him. Barsisa says, yeah, I have to kill him. For my own reputation, I have to kill him. For my own sake, I have to kill him. Did I not tell you that Allah said, zina is a filthy act and it leads to a evil path? What could be worse than zina? Zina, fornication, illegal sexual intercourse, brothers. This is the third worst sin a person can do. What's worse than that? The second sin after zina is murder. And murder is of types. Not all murder is the same. Murdering is bad, period. But then murdering a believer is worse than murdering a disbeliever. Murdering a child who's innocent is worse than murdering an adult. This is not homicide. This is called infanticide. Infanticide. So he went and he killed the baby. And he buried the baby inside of the house, inside the room. But is it going to stay there? Brothers, Shaitan won't leave you. Shaitan came back to him and he said, you just killed this mother's baby. Do you think she's going to stay quiet? Do you think she's going to be silent? He said, nah, she will not be silent. Now, you know what you have to do, Barsisa, right? What do you have to do? You have to kill her. Kill the girl. So Barsisa goes into the house where he just fornicated with her, he just slept with her, he just killed this baby that came because of his fornication. He now goes and he kills the girl. He kills the girl. What does he do? He buries her inside the house, the room where he buried the baby. Buried her. And what does he do? Look how hard the heart became. He's not repenting. He's not remorseful. He's not crying. He went back to his life, pretending to be the righteous guy. Time passed. This girl had how many brothers? How many brothers? 3. The 3 brothers came back. The brothers came back, and what did they do? They came back and they came to Barsisa. They said, listen, bro, we're back. We done what we had to do. We're back. Where's our sister? He goes, oh, I got bad news for you guys. He said, your sister, she got sick. May Allah have mercy on her. She's dead. Yeah, bro, she died. She's dead. They're like, what? Wow. Where's she buried? He had created a fake grave. He took them to it. He said, look, right here, where she rests. May Allah have mercy on her soul. May Allah forgive her sins. That's your sister, bro. Make that for her, you know. She's gone now. The Prophet's emotional. Wow, baby sister's dead. Anyways, they go back to their house. What can you do? She's dead, huh? That night when they went to sleep, Shaitan came to them in a dream. What was the dream? They woke up in the morning and they were sitting together having breakfast. And one of them says, listen, I had a weird dream last night. I had a bit of a funny dream. So basically in my dream I saw that Barsisa actually murdered our sister. He murdered her child as well. And he buried them inside of the room where she was staying in the house. The other 2 brothers are like, yo, we had the same dream. We saw the same thing. They said, okay, this sounds like it might be serious. You know what? Let's go to Barsisa now. Tell him, take us to the house. So they grabbed him, took him to the house, into the room. They dug up the grave, and they saw there was their sister buried with her baby. So they caught him. Now what happens? He's a murderer and a fornicator. He must receive the death penalty. That's what the Sharia stipulated. So they grabbed him and they took him to the judge. Because it's not for you and me or anyone to impose the death penalty. They didn't kill him themselves. This is the law. So took him to the judge. The judge judged him and sentenced him to be killed. Now, this is the part of the story where I really want to focus. As they lay him down and they're about to execute him and cut his head off, Shaitan came back to him one last time. Shaitan came back to him one last time. I told you, one sin leads to another sin, brothers. What can be worse than murder? Shirk, kufr, shirk, kufr, disbelief in Allah, worshipping someone else besides Him. Imam Ahmad said, I don't know anything worse after zina than murder, and after murder, shirk and kufr. So these are the three top sins. So Shaitan came to him and he's about to be killed, he's about to be executed. And Iblis, may Allah's insistent and consistent curse be upon him, he says, Barsisa. He says, listen. He said, I was the one who got you inside of this mess. I got you into this mess. And the same way I got you in, I can get you out. Barsisa is getting desperate. He's about to have his head chopped off. The executioner is there. He's sharpening his blade. His sword is sharpening it. Barsisa is thinking, what? Help me, please. What? I'll do anything. Shaitan says, okay, I need you to do just one thing for me. When you do this one thing, he says, I'm going to get you out of this mess. Barsisa is saying, what is it? He said, make sajda to me just one time. Take your head, place it on the ground in prostration to me. Barsisa, make sajda to me. The way you used to make sajda to Allah, Barsisa, make sajda to me. He got desperate. He believed Shaitan. So he took his head and he placed it on the ground and he made sajda. He made sajda to Iblis. Brothers, even Iblis is not as dumb as some humans. The moment he made sajda to Iblis, he said, Inni akhafu. He said, I am scared. Scared of what? Rabbul Alameen. I'm scared of Allah. Whoa, you actually listen to me? You joke, man. You're going to make sajda to me? Bro, Iblis ran away. Thinking, the ground might swallow me. I'm not God, I was just saying it to you, bro. But he did it. And he placed his head on the ground. And the moment he placed his head on the ground, he didn't even realize the executioner with his sword chopped off his head. He died with his sajda to Iblis. He died upon kufr and shirk. He started off a good guy. One sin, in fact, he didn't even start off with sins. He went close to the sin. Allah said, don't go close to it. Don't even, you don't just fall into it, bro. You go to it. You go near it. You hang around with those guys. You watch those movies. You follow them online. And then suddenly you slip. And when you slip into one, you don't slip into the biggest sin straight away. You start off small. And then you move your way up to cigarettes first. Then you smoke weed. And then you start taking crack. Then you start taking what? Meth. And next thing you know, bro, that's it, bro. You lost your life. First, it's what? I speak to a girl, hang around with a girl. It's one girlfriend, take her virginity. But I'm trying to marry her though. She's gonna be my wife. That's what it's gonna be. That's how you started off. Look at some of you. Where you are now. Ask yourself, how did you used to be? You were never a fornicating animal, sleeping with every girl that you can lay your eyes on. You were never a fiend, just smoking and bunning like crazy. You were not like this. Ask yourself, in the beginning when you started to sin, what were you like? You weren't like this, my brothers. But then one led to another, led to another, led to another. Brothers, some of us have already reached the had, the boundary, and passed it of kufr. For example, when you abandon the prayer, some of you stop praying, brothers. Leaving the prayer is kufr akbar. Leaving the prayer is major disbelief. I didn't say. This is from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You can't abandon your prayer. Brothers, come back to the prayer. Furthermore, the prayer, as Allah said, إِنَّ الصَّلَاةَ تَنْهَا عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنْكَرِ. Verily, the prayer, it prohibits you. It prohibits you. Like imagine you're trying to grab something, I grab you. No. The prayer grabs you, prohibits you, pulls you back from fahsha'i wal-munkar. Fahsha is what Allah said zina is. Zina, fahsha, filth, disgusting, evil. Munkar, evil acts. It stops you from this. But you left off the prayer, bro. Come back to the prayer. Come back to the masjid. Brothers, is there a better time to start than the month of Ramadan? Is there a better time to start than the month of Ramadan? So I'm begging you, my brothers. At least, I'm not even going to come here and say to you, change your life. Grow up dead. I'm not even going to say all of this to you. I'm not even going to tell you just fix up forever. I'd like you to. I mean, I am telling you, yeah, do it. But I'm not going to expect that from you. But I am going to expect one thing of you, my brothers. 30 days. Ramadan, I believe the first Taraweeh is going to be tomorrow night, inshallah. Brothers, the next 30 days, leave off all your sins. Just 30 days. After those 30 days, your iman will increase to a point where you will not even want to go back to it. But if you say to yourself, I'll go back to it, okay, let's see what happens. I'm saying just 30 days. Brothers, delete all those girls. Block their numbers. Girls, delete all those boys. Block them. Block those people from your Instagram, Snapchat. Furthermore, just delete those social media apps, brothers. 30 days. Is it a lot? I mean, you're out here telling me, listen, I'm not addicted to weed. I can stop whenever I want. Okay, stop 30 days. You're out here telling me I'm a man, I can control myself. Okay, control yourself 30 days. Stop listening to music 30 days. Bro, you know what? Just stop hanging around with those people for 30 days. Come on, you're not gay. Are you gay? Are you gay? Do you need these men? Do you need to be holding? Is this your bum chum? Is this your bum chum? Is he taking you around the corner doing a little something to you? No, so then be a man. Leave him for 30 days. I'm saying 30 days is not a long time. Or you die in love with my man? Are you that in love with my man that you can't even 30 days? 30 days, just come to the masjid. 30 days, brothers, I beg you, give me the mushaf. Someone give me the mushaf. Someone give me a mushaf. 30 days, brothers, I beg you, 30 days. Barakallahu feek, 30 days. Befriend this. Brothers, befriend this. Brothers, 30 days befriend this. Shall I tell you why? Because on the day of judgment, Allah said, Akhila, best friends are going to be enemies. But this book right here, it will come shafi'an li ashabi. It will come as an intercessor. It will come to save the day on the day of judgment for the one who used to read it, the one who made this their friend, the one who made this their companion. This will come on the day of judgment to save you. You will say, Allah, this person befriended me. But your boys you're rolling with, bro, they're not going to come and befriend. They're on the day of judgment, they're running away. They forget you, they're running away from their own mum. Their own mum is after them on that day. Their dads are after them. Because they made their mums cry. She shed tears of blood. She's saying, on this day, this is my son. I loved him. But on this day, Allah, I want revenge. My son hurt me, Ya Allah. Your own mum will be on your case. But this Quran will come for you, brothers. And the righteous people, the people of taqwa, the muttaqeen, they will be there. They will come to help you. They will come show you love. They will be there together on the day of judgment. But brothers, everything else will abandon you. So I'm begging you, if you're a man, if your sisters like, they want to be men nowadays, feminism, they say, don't call me woman, call me woe man. I'm woe man. Okay, man, listen, please, if you're a man, 30 days, leave off your sins. Sisters, 30 days, leave off the makeup. Is it that hard? You tell me, listen, I do this for myself. I don't do this for the men. What? Am I out here like that for the men? I do this for myself. Yeah, okay, you like to believe that. Okay, 30 days. Can you leave yourself for 30 days? Can you please put yourself second and put Allah first for 30 days? Is that hard? Right? You got a girlfriend, brother, leave her for 30 days. I'm saying just lock her off for 30 days. Vice versa. Girlfriends, boyfriends. 30 days, brothers, that's all. But I'm telling you, brothers, if you don't, I'm saying your heart is going to be sealed. Your heart is going to be locked and stamped. It's going to be shackled, closed, shut. It's going to be finished. And Allah mentioned, your heart will be placed in akinna, a place that's inaccessible. وَفِي آذَانِهِمْ وَقَرًا. And in their ears is going to be a blocking, such that Allah said, oh Muhammad, if you came and gave da'wah to them, Muhammad, if you came to them, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the one who he wouldn't even have to speak, people would see his face and become Muslim and leave kufr and shirk. They would turn on their families and leave them behind and run to Allah just by seeing the face of the Prophet, knowing this is not the face of a liar, let alone him having to speak. Imagine you saw the Prophet today. Would you not listen to him? Would you not? Some of you say, if I was at the time of the Prophet, I would not disobey him. I would not turn my back on him. Allah said, if they keep hearing these verses, Muhammad, and they keep disobeying and sinning and turning their back on us, we will put their heart and make it inaccessible. We'll trap their heart. Their ears, they will not be able to hear anything. To the point, Muhammad, if you came to them in the flesh, you spoke in front of him, and you said, please leave off these sins, they're not even going to listen to you, Muhammad. Imagine how bad you have to be that if the Prophet was in front of you, you wouldn't listen. Brothers, that happens when you keep sinning. You keep sinning. You don't stop. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it. And remember, every night the Prophet ﷺ said, Allah, He frees the neck of some of His slaves from the hellfire. Imagine that could have been your night. But you were outside, on the blocks on the estate, smoking, hanging out with your friends. And there were people in the masjid crying, returning back to Allah, saying, Allah, you know what? Forgive me. And Allah said, on this night, He told His angels, right, my slave is free from the hellfire. That could have been your night, brothers. You want to make sure you don't miss. Brothers, please put your hand up, telling me you're going to leave off sins 30 days. Is that a lot? I'm asking for a lot? Brothers, put your hands up high if you're going to do it. Put your hand up high. MashaAllah. That's all. MashaAllah, that's all of you. That's all of you. Brothers, I like that. That's lovely. Sisters, put your hands up amongst yourselves. You going to do it? Sisters, you going to do it? Yeah? MashaAllah. With that said, brothers, I have to love you and end now, because we've got to give away some Valentinos for you, man. You lot ready for the Valentinos? سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Sadly, we recently buried a brother who used to come to the masjid. A few months before, another brother got stabbed in the neck and he's dead and buried now. May Allah have mercy on them both. A week before the most recent one, another brother was killed and he was buried. There were those who have been attacked who are alive, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, but they were harmed quite severely. I personally know that I can think from the top of my head right now, 3 brothers who have been stabbed, 2 of whom it happened very recently to. I've come into contact with brothers who have in the past stabbed people, brothers in the past who have shot at people, now who have changed and reformed their life. The reason why I'm telling you this is because we're working with kids who no one's been able to get through to them right now. Not the police, not their parents, not their teachers, but alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, they are actually listening to us, okay? These are people who are at risk of being killed or going out there and killing someone. And not just that, not just violence, but we're also dealing with drugs, we're also dealing with many other social ills, things for brothers and also for sisters. But we are in urgent need of real financial support for our projects to carry on. Brothers and sisters, to learn more about how you can support us in our fight against crime and our fight against knife crime and drugs and all of these other social and spiritual ills that we're combating on a day-to-day basis, please click on the link below, inshallah ta'ala, and hear about our campaign and donate whatever it is that you can. We give a lot of money to people around the world, but those people, when they die, alhamdulillah, at least they die Muslim. But our kids, when they die here, many of them don't even die Muslim. And if they did die Muslim, they were just barely hanging on, and they died with a lot of sins. having created a lot of corruption that they left behind. So please support our project as much as you can with Allah's permission. Go to the link below for more information. Assalamu alaikum.